Hello everyone, Patrick from Awareness Vinyl. Today I'm just going to be talking about some basic vinyl application. You purchased your vinyl decal or words and now it comes to apply it. There's a few easy steps to make your decal stick and last for many years to come, and that's of course what you want when you're purchasing something. You want it to look good for many years. Of course, after you've figured out where you're going to be applying your decal, I just have a sheet of plexiglass here. You're going to want to make sure you're cleaning it of any dirt or other residue. What I'm using here is just a multi-surface cleaner. Few things you want to avoid. Kind of want to avoid Windex. Windex can leave a residue behind. Another thing you want to avoid is cleaners with ammonia. Ammonia can react and badly to some of the adhesives on some of the vinyl. So after we gotten all our dirt and grime off, next what I do is just use plain old rubbing alcohol here. That's all it is. Just take a little bit. I just normally wet either a paper towel or a lint-free cloth, which is also nice. You also don't want lint being left behind. With the rubbing alcohol, what that does is that's going to break down all the oils or clean up all the oils and other residue. I mean, even your fingers, you got oil on your hands. So if you're touching your surface, you're going to be leaving a little bit of oil, and you don't want any of that oil. You don't want anything to affect the adhesive and keeping your vinyl from sticking really well. So after you wiped it down, and again, rubbing alcohol dries really fast. You can almost instantly apply your decal. So this is the decal we're going to be applying. I'm going to show you two different methods here on applying decal. One is normally good for smaller decals and the other one is better for larger decals. The tool you're going to want, either a credit card or a squeegee or driver's license, something that's stiff so you can rub over your decal to make it stick. One of the first things that can happen that you may notice here with your decal, if you just take it out of the envelope and you go to apply, you can sometimes peel up. This one's probably gonna be just fine, but sometimes if you peel up your transfer paper, the decal will actually stay. I mean, it's kind of doing it there, but the decal will stay. All you need to do, just to take your credit card, squeegee, whatever, just rub over the transfer paper and the decal, and that'll get that transfer paper to stick back on the decal. Okay, so once you kind of figured out where you want your decal, I'm going to apply this one kind of sideways here. Just I want some room for my next decal I'm going to be applying. You're just going to remove the transfer paper with the decal, and you can discard of the backing paper. So what you're going to want to do when applying this decal is start with an edge. You don't want to try to just lay it flat. You have a great chance of getting lots of wrinkles and or air bubbles and just make your decal application look really bad. How I'm going to start is I'm actually going to start at the top side here, then work towards the bottom. So I'm just going to apply the top part, okay, and then I'm just going to work my way down holding the bottom nice and slow. Going slow like this and working it down is going to prevent any air bubbles from building up between your decal and the surface that you're applying it to. Of course, I mean, if you do get air bubbles, there are ways to fix that. You can take a sharp sewing needle and just poke your air bubble and just kind of push it out, but prefer not to have any air bubbles. Once you got that, again, you're going to take your credit card, squeegee, your hard surface, just run over the entire decal. It's just so you're getting a good stick to your surface. And then all you need to do is remove your transfer paper. Again, you're going to want to do this kind of slow. Again, so if the decal starts coming up, you're going to want to make sure that you go back over it again with your squeegee. And it's just simple as that. Next method I'm going to show you is what's called the Hinged Method. It works great for larger decals. Again, this isn't a larger one, but if you're working with something 15 inches, 18 inches, you know, you're going to want to do a Hinged Method, which allows you to move the decal. And it also allows you to work in smaller sections or pieces. Like if you have a decal that is just words or lettering, you're able to work with small sections of a decal instead of working with the whole thing. If you're working with a 36-inch decal, it's going to be a lot easier to work with 12-inch sections than with the entire 36-inch section. So again, we're going to do the same thing. We've already cleaned our surface, so that's already prepared. We're not going to worry about that step. Going to go ahead and just run over, make sure our vinyl is sticking to our transfer paper really well. And with this one here, I'm just going to pick a spot, and I'm going to just use a knife here and carefully cut through the transfer paper and the backing. And of course, you'll want to cut your vinyl decal. So now what we have here is two completely separate decals. Again, your masking tape is holding this into place, so you don't have to worry about anything shifting or moving, so you're always going to have everything in the same spot. So we'll just go ahead and we'll start with one side here and go ahead and remove our backing paper. And again, this is going to be the same as just previously. We're going to work from the top down just to prevent any air bubbles. Again, you can finger, you know, or go ahead and use your squeegee and just try to keep it nice and straight and just keep going down. Again, slow. You want to prevent those wrinkles and air bubbles, because once this vinyl touches your clean surface, it's going to be pretty tough, almost impossible to get it back up without wrecking the vinyl, because it's going to stretch. Again, so now we have our one side, and now we can just work with the other side, doing the same thing again. Just go ahead and remove your backing paper, discard that, and just start and work down top to bottom. Nice and easy, top to bottom. Again, going slow. You just want to prevent all those air bubbles. Prevent the air bubbles and wrinkles. You know, this isn't, applying vinyl isn't tough, as long as you kind of take the easy steps, simple steps to make it look good. And after you've done that, and you've again ran over it with your squeegee or driver's license, just go ahead and remove your transfer paper or transfer tape, whatever you prefer to call it, and your decal is going to stick. Again, on this part here, you want to go slow. No reason to be in a hurry. Alright, and there you have it. The two nicely applied decals. Really simple to do on your own. Feel free to check out my eBay store. The link I have in the description below. I do decals and magnets and a couple other things. I also do custom work and design. So if you're interested, feel free to send me a message. Thanks.